I wanted to share with you my experience yesterday of voting. It was really, really interesting.
Where did you go to vote?
Well, you can see it on the screen. It's the Hollywood Bowl, the very first time that they ever had voting at Hollywood Bowl. But we decided to go there because it would be outside and there's less risk of being contaminated with COVID. So that was our decision that we would, it's not that close, but we were prepared to make the trip.
Well, it's a nice place to go to vote. So
yes, well, and it was just nice. They have a lot of parking. Parking was never going to be a problem. And it was clear that they were going to have lots of machines.
When was the last time we were at the Hollywood Bowl?
I was there last year. I go every year, except I didn't do anything this year.
Okay.
You're going to, yeah. I always have fond memories. Yeah. It's a lovely place to go.
Okay.
Better with entertainment. And here we were. We started, we parked our car and then got in line. There were people ahead of us. We arrived around 9:45. It was going to open at 10. And you can't see it, but they put spacing markers. They came and put tape, and then they actually put footprints to show where people needed to stand. So there would be plenty of space between us, which is good. They were looking out for us. And you can see the sign over there was telling us how to vote and everything. Mm-hmm. So you can see on the other side how people are separated because they're social distancing, and everybody had a mask. Everybody had a mask. And I took this picture because I thought it was so interesting. Here is a poster about, it's on the billboard of the Hollywood Bowl where they're showing highlights of who has played at the Hollywood Bowl in the past. The Beatles, Ella Fitzgerald, Bonnie Raitt, Elton John. But on top of that, we got to put COVID and just reminding people, if you don't feel well, please don't come and vote. You need to go home and isolate yourself. So.
It's interesting that this is in English, but then they have it in Chinese and they have it in Korean. They have it in Spanish. So they have the same thing in these other languages. I understand you have 15 languages in Los Angeles.
We have lots of language, people who speak lots of different languages in Los Angeles. And I think that's good because we definitely want to get the information out. We want people to know it. Best way is to translate it into their language. So, and then we made a line, and then the first step was to come to this table where they had sanitizers, they had gloves, and they had masks. If somebody forgot to bring a mask or forgot their gloves, they could pick all of those items up here. They were available for everybody. This gentleman over here with his back to us, he was looking over across. You're going to see, do you want to go ahead and turn to the next slide? Yeah, if you look over here, there are all these people who are sitting on the table, and they would hold up a sign indicating that they were available. And then that person who was at the sign-in table would send an individual over there and you'd check in. You know, what I didn't do is I didn't take a picture of a barcode. The fact is that we received from the registrar a barcode. Every person has a barcode so that we could just take the card with the barcode and we would give it to the person who was sitting at one of these tables, and the barcode would automatically bring up all of our data, who we were, where we lived, all the information and they would just ask us to look, confirm the information, and have a sign. But it was so fast because it was a lot slower in March, believe me.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Did the barcode come in the mail? Did it come from the registrar of voters from Los Angeles?
Yes, and we received it 3 times. I received one on Friday because they knew that we were going to begin in-person voting on Saturday. But I had already received on my sample ballot and on the informational ballot also the barcode. And they had said, take this with you. And that way all they have to do is, you put it in front and they'll be able to pull up your information right away. Because it was a problem in March. It was very slow in March. So this was like no delay at all. It was immediate.
So when they had the primary in March, they had a similar situation, but they learned from their mistakes and they tried to make it more efficient.
Yes, because there were lines, you know, in March, you know, I do a night shift. I work from 6 to 9 on Tuesdays. That was election day. And on that day, there were still at 9 o'clock, there was still a long line of people waiting to vote because our school was a voting site. And then I went home, and in the library that's about at the library that's about 3 blocks from my house, there was a huge line still at 9:30. And you know, if you've been waiting in line, they can't close the doors. They got to let you vote. So that wasn't true here, but it was definitely they learned from their mistakes. Yeah, I was thinking
one of the things that I see in this picture that I don't think people really appreciate is that it's usually quite warm in Los Angeles. And from the overcast, I can tell that it's early in the morning because of the overlay from the ocean. So it's cool and cloudy in the morning, and then it heats up really super fast.
And the other thing is, notice that we're outside. It's an outside patio. It has a covering, but we're at all times outside. And if you're at all worried about your health, these are the things that the factors, the better is to be outside than inside. So we felt we had chosen this site precisely because we could be outside at all times.
Okay. So here you are at the actual, so you're not dropping off your ballot, you're actually voting in person.
That's right. And so you can see in the far left where we're being taken care of by the individuals. And when they have finished with us, they give us a ballot. And that ballot, we're going to put in one of these machines, any one of these yellow machines. And what you're going to see is they've spaced out the machines. One machine faces me, then there's a machine facing the other way. And then the next machine is facing this way, but spaced after that other machine. So there's a lot of spacing between. And the other thing they did, look at the gentleman that's standing up in the back. His job is just to make sure that everything goes along. So for example, I had a couple of questions and the man was over there. I said, oh, excuse me, could you help me? He came right over and he showed me how to slip in my ballot and how to take it out and check it and then slip it in again. So they had people at all times ready to help you. And the other thing is, there was right after I finished, another man came along and began cleaning up my machine right after I was finished.
Wow.
So that's and in fact, when we were standing in line, there were lots of people who were there just checking to see if we had any questions. It went really fast, and the people really were trained. They were clearly organized, knew what they were doing. And here I am. I successfully voted. Oh, it was so exciting because I've always voted in person, but I never voted early. But because, you know, we're afraid that there'll be a lot of people, and with COVID, you don't want to be around a lot of people, then that's why I did early voting. And I have several friends who went to other early voting sites, my brother and several friends, and everybody said it was very quick. Nobody had a long line. So it was really a very successful beginning for Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, I did early voting, I guess a week or two before. The reason why I did it and I'm glad I did it early because we just got a notification that there were a red alert for fires. So they're going to start shutting down the power grid. And so that can be really scary, you know.
Oh my gosh, that would mean the voting too.
Yeah, that would mean the voting. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, please.
I was just going to tell you that I had brought my sample ballot ready. It was already signed and ready because I had decided I was going to vote yesterday. And if there was a really long line, then I was just going to put my ballot in the drop box. And when the gentleman helped me, when I came to indicate my name and sign, he said, would you like me to void out your ballot? And I said, you know, I'm not going to give it to you until I voted. Just like I said, no, I'll go and vote. And once I voted, I'll bring it back to you and you can void it out. No problem. But, you know, it's just like you are so smart because if they close out, oh my gosh, if they turn off the the electricity, obviously all voting stops. Oh my goodness.
Well, the other thing is that even though you have a ballot that could be submitted, you don't want to vote twice. You only want to vote
yes,
once.
and that's why he was voting. He was going to vote it out. And I said, I will be happy to bring it to you, but I want to make sure that my ballot is, that I've submitted my ballot before you void it.
Yeah.
But so, that was really smart. When did they open for, oh, you went to a Dropbox, yeah?
Well, I went actually to the registrar of voters, in our local registrar of voters. They sent out, I think our ballots October the 5th. And as soon as I received it, I immediately, within an hour, I filled it out and I drove it back in there.
Wow.
The reason why is because I wanted to show my students the registrar of voters, and people can see the video. But also, it's just really neat to go back to the heart of voting in the Santa Clara Valley. And actually, it's probably the closest drop-off section or place in my area of San Jose.
Well, so. And that way you know, the other thing is that I had signed up for them to tell me where my ballot was at all times.
Right.
And when I got home from the Hollywood Bowl, I received a text saying, you voted today, we received your ballot, and it will be counted. It was so reassuring. And then after that, they called me. They left me a message. I didn't answer, but they called me and left me a message saying the same thing, that they had received my vote, that I could feel rest assured that it had arrived downtown and that it would be counted on the first day.
Well, the other thing is with me, I had one of those QR codes. And so a couple of days later, I hit the QR code and it showed that my vote had already been counted on October the 9th. So,
well, and they gave us an offer. They offered, and I did this. I didn't know, I hadn't done it before, but you can have a poll pass. So you could vote on your computer and then print out a QR code. And so I didn't push any buttons. All I had to do, I put in my ballot in the machine. Then it came and what do they call it? It read the QR code and it automatically voted. And then it comes out, the ballot comes out and they say, okay, you check. And I checked that all the ones that I had voted were indicated there. And then you submit it, put it back in, and then it stays in the machine.
That's really interesting. I'm going to have to see if LA Vote has a quick video about that.
Oh,
that would be interesting.
It was amazing. I had never heard of it.
Yeah.
But the person that I went with, and it makes it so much faster. I don't have to sit there and look at my sample ballot. I have already planned it out. I planned it out the night before. So all I did was just check and it was fine. Exactly how I had voted it on my computer. That's the way it came out.
Are there any special elections or propositions that you had to vote in Los Angeles? I know everybody's focused in on the presidential election, but there's other people important in office.
Important for us, if we're in education, is Proposition 15, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because I started working in 1977. That was before Proposition 13, right? When they took away all the money. So I remember what life was like before Proposition 13.
Yeah.
I've lived all these years with Proposition 13 with budgets being really scarce. And so of course I voted
so
yes on 15.
So I need to explain Proposition 13. Proposition 13 basically associated property tax with funding of the local schools.
Well, that's always been, wait. It's always been that way. But the problem was that they cut the property tax. That's what they did.
So
because property taxes have always supported the schools. That's the way in California we have funded our schools.
Well, it was even a stronger connection. That it was a big deal because my father was a teacher, and it was basically people who were voting for that was like, it felt like they were taking food out of our mouths.
But the problem, they were trying to address a problem. I mean, the problem was
that is true.
Seniors live on a fixed income, and if you keep increasing their property taxes, right? But the problem was that they gave it to companies and corporations, and it's like, no, It's not meant for you. It was meant for senior citizens, for
for
people, not for corporations.
Yeah.
And so that's what this changes. If in fact it's approved, then the corporations and the companies would have to pay a regular tax. They can't be on, oh, we're senior citizens and we need a reduced property tax. Nobody's, you have to carry your weight. Hello. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's great. Any final thoughts before we
That's editorializing. Sorry.
That's okay. That's fine. That's what we're here for. Any final thoughts?
No, but it was so exciting. Oh my gosh. And now, well, and you know, what was scary is if you look on the TV and you see these long lines, people were going to be waiting in other states 6 or 8 hours to vote. And that's why I had brought my sample ballot, because I wasn't going to wait 6 or 8 hours. And I waited a half an hour and I was quite happy with that. I didn't mind that at all. You know, half of that time I was waiting for them to open. So.
And how did you feel afterwards?
Elated.
Yeah.
Lots of pictures.
I felt the same way.
Because it was just, wow, you know, and that my vote will be counted. I was sure at that point that my vote would be counted on the first day, not 2 or 3 days later, but on the very first day. So that was a relief. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, and I'll see you really soon.
Sounds good. Nice to talk to you, and happy to share. Everybody go out and vote.
After you become a citizen, not
of
before.
Course. But I have
foreign
citizens, and they're all going to be able to vote. They all registered and are ready to vote. So